There's a garden in Kyoto, Ryoan-ji. 15 stones, arranged across white raked gravel. And from any point of the viewing platform, you can only ever see 14. The 15th is always hidden. The only way to see all 15 at once, they say, is enlightenment. So what does that mean? We all have a purpose, and it may not be obvious unless we're paying attention. Every day we're faced with stones, and these stones represent everything we can feel, taste, see, smell, and hear. We move through our days as if we chase experiences that might enhance our senses, but inhibits our stillness within. The 15th stone, that hidden stone might be your true self, the part not yet visible, the part you know is there, the signs and synchronicities you see every day. Shame might tell you the hidden stone is the worst part of you. Dignity says it's simply the part not yet seen. When I imagine my higher self, the best version of me, I see alignment. I see authenticity, an awareness of insecurities, a grounded person not just based on reality, but based in his purpose. A person who doesn't look at the past as shame, but pride. Who doesn't hope and wishes for the future, but acts in his purpose, not in a worldview that was programmed into him. A lot of people don't believe in a purpose, and many people don't know how to find it. If you think about Ma, the Japanese concept of negative space, the pause, the interval between things. I've been thinking about how the days blur when you stop pausing, how motion without stillness becomes noise.
You have to call the number.
Making the days move much faster. How boredom is actually a present nobody wants to unwrap. And being present is bestowed upon those who are willing to be still. If we are constantly active in life, constantly enhancing our senses, where's the balance? So stillness is the yang, to the senses, the yin. Polarity is this duality. We must find the duality within us. I'm realizing more and more that my purpose is grounding me, because it's forcing me to reflect and grow, face my shadows, and not to finish there, but to then embody my purpose. What's the point of a purpose?
No answer. No answer.
Unless you act it. I only found my purpose through stillness, meditation, by understanding polarity, throughout the different energies and moods throughout the month. The different moon cycles. The more awareness I put into understanding instead of reacting, it's easier to allow things to just be. A few years back, I spiraled because I discovered my purpose but became too hard on myself. My expectations were too high. Life is meant to flow, so forcing things, desiring things to happen, doesn't align with my soul's purpose. I'm learning, more now than ever, that the universe is in sync with me. No matter how far I stray, as long as I believe the stone is there, being present in the moment allows me to see the synchronicities, the gifts of the universe. No matter how far I stray, as long as I believe that the stone is there, being present in the moment allows me to see the synchronicities, the gifts of the universe. I woke up at 4:30 yesterday and meditated. Somewhere in that stillness, I realized how in sync this trip to Japan has become.
It's your feet, it's your shoes.
There's a temple in Kyoto called Daikakuji. Next to it sits Osawa Pond, a man-made lake over 1,200 years ago. Built by Emperor Saga specifically for moon viewing. Tomorrow is when I'll pull the next word. And tomorrow's moon is a blue moon, something that rarely comes. Right now, 3 planets are gathered in Gemini: Venus, Jupiter, Mercury, the 3 brightest objects in the evening sky after the sun and the moon, all of them sitting in my birth sign. I was born into Gemini, the sign of the twins, the axis of information and meaning, what you observe on one end, what you make of it on the other. That's what this channel has always been. Observation on one side, meaning on the other. So, the meaning of this trip is profound to me because we didn't plan this trip to align with the moon or Gemini. We also didn't plan it to find grounding. I've had bad dreams every night since my mom passed away a few weeks ago. Not only because of the loss, but because a family member has been bringing hate into my world. A world being built on self-growth and reflection. I choose to respond positively, choose to not let hate affect my mind or my mood. Because fear leads to anger, anger leads to hate, hate leads to suffering. And I'm not suffering. The ones who are suffering in hate, they need self-love the most. And sometimes time is the only way to get there. For me, grief has a way of forcing that stillness onto me. The sadness is still present, but I'm learning that I need to move through it. Loss is what gives love its weight, its tenderness. Sometimes it's urgency if you're not present. My mom is a hidden stone now. I can't see her, but I know she's there. I'm sorry if you're moving through something too. Just know that the stone is there. You know it is.